Meet Brad and Jessica, your typical successful couple straight out of a bank brochure. She's a marketing manager, pulling in $62K a year. He's in IT, dragging home 71 grand. Together, 133,000 bucks. That puts them, by the way, in the top 25% of American households. Seemingly, live it up, enjoy life, and buy useless shit on Amazon. They should be spreading caviar on lobsters and picking out upholstery colors for a new yacht, but reality is a bitch. Instead of the sweet life, they are in deep shit, living paycheck to paycheck like college kids in a dorm. Savings may be enough for a couple of months, and that's if they stop paying the electric bill and eat nothing but ramen. Last month, the transmission on their shitty Ford blew up, and they had to put the repair on a credit card because there's simply no cash. Both work like dogs, seeing each other only in the evening when they have just enough energy to stare at Netflix and pass out. And the funniest part, they did everything by the book. Got the degrees, built the careers, bought a house in a decent neighborhood. They followed, goddammit, every step of the How to Become a Successful American manual. So why the fuck are they drowning? Why does a family making over six figures feel like they're gonna get evicted to a cardboard box under a bridge tomorrow? If you also look at your combined income and think, we make too much money to be this broke, then take a seat. I'm about to break down exactly where the system screwed you over and didn't even call you back. My name is Bobby, and I spend way too much time trying to figure out why we're more stressed than our grandpas were 50 years ago. If you're both grinding but still have no money, smash that subscribe button. We're about to have a financial exorcism session. We were sold a beautiful fairy tale that two incomes are better than one. Like, it's simple, arithmetic, first grade, right? If one dude making 50K can support a family, then two making 50K should be swimming in gold. Plus another 50K on top for investments, a Tesla, and flights to Mars. Logical. Well, fuck that noise. One of the greatest financial scams in history happened, and it's called the two-income trap. The term was coined by Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, that senator, but back then she was still teaching law at Harvard. In 2003, she studied 2,000 bankrupt families, and what she dug up just blows your mind. Two incomes didn't make families richer. On the contrary, it made them, damn it, more fragile, like a vase on the edge of a table. Families with two working parents go bankrupt more often than those where only one works. Let that shit sink in. You work twice as hard, bring home two paychecks, but your chances of ending up flat broke are statistically higher. It's not that you're stupid spenders, it's a systemic trap, and you're standing right on the trigger mechanism. Let's rewind to 1970. Back then, less than half of women worked. Dad at the factory, mom at home handling the household. And the kicker is, one paycheck was enough. Actually enough for a house, a car, food, and steaks on the weekends. According to statistics, a single-income family spent only 25% of their income on housing. A quarter, folks. But most importantly, they had a Plan B, a concrete insurance policy against life's bullshit. If dad got fired or broke his leg, mom could go to work and save the family budget. It was a reserve. Now back to our bright future. Today, both work. It's the norm, otherwise you just won't pull off the mortgage. We took our insurance, the second income, and made it a daily necessity. Plan B burned down, only Plan A is left. Yeah, in numbers, we make more than our grandpas. Adjusted for inflation, we're supposedly rich, kings of the world. But look at the expenses. Home prices shot into the stratosphere, outpacing inflation by double. Healthcare skyrocketed by 600%. A doctor's visit now costs as much as a used car, and that's not a joke. Daycare, which used to be unnecessary because mom stayed home, now sucks the budget dry like a vacuum cleaner. 11 grand a year per kid, and in metropolises like New York, get ready to shell out 30,000. It's daylight robbery. Fixed costs went up and just devoured the second paycheck whole without choking. You don't have double protection. You don't have it at all because you spend everything down to zero just to stay afloat. You'll say, Bobby, we're not idiots, we budget. Yeah, sure. Let's do the math, geniuses. Let's say one makes 70, the other 50. Total, 120 grand. Looks solid, something to be proud of. But let's dissect those second 50,000. First, Uncle Sam shows up with taxes. Since incomes are combined, these 50K fall into the max bracket. The state bites off a third right away. From 50, maybe 35 is left. But wait, the real spanking of your wallet just begins. If you have kids, hello, daycare. 15 grand a year per kid. 2 kids? Boom, your salary evaporated. Next, logistics. Gas, maintenance for the second car, paid parking, minus another 8 grand. And my favorite part, the exhaustion tax. You're both so fucked after work that you have no energy to cook. You order Uber Eats, hire cleaners, buy coffee for $7. This convenience costs you another $10,000 a year, just because you don't have the time or energy to run a household. Total, from the second salary of 50 grand remains, well, shit remains, $2,000 a year. You work full-time, don't see your kids, sit in traffic, and all this for $8 a day of pure profit. Slavery, version 2.0. But the scariest trap is in your head. You see $120,000 on your tax return and think you're the kings of life. The bank looks at these numbers and says, oh, you guys are rich. Here's a mortgage of $500,000. Treat yourselves. And you sign up. Now you're obligated to work, both of you, forever, until you die. If someone gets sick, burns out, or wants maternity leave, your whole financial pyramid collapses to fuck. In 1970, a family had flexibility. Now you're flying down the highway in a car with no brakes and no oil in the engine. While you're flying, it's fun, but the first pothole on the road and you're smeared across the asphalt. Stats say that 40% of Americans can't find $400 for an emergency without a credit card, and many of them are from these successful dual-income families. They revved up their expenses to the limit. And it's not really your fault, it's the competition. Everyone showed up with 2 paychecks and started outbidding each other for housing. Want to live near a good school? Pay twice as much because your neighbor also brought 2 paychecks. It's an auction where prices went up, but quality of life stayed the same. Only bankers and realtors won. Okay, Bobby, you'll say, stop fear-mongering. What do? Quit and live in the woods? No, you need to hack the system. Stop counting the second income as permanent and mandatory. Treat it like crazy money that could disappear tomorrow. Build a single income foundation. Your mandatory expenses, mortgage, food, utilities, must be covered by one salary, strictly. Yeah, you'll have to live in a simpler house, drive a used Toyota, not a new Lexus on credit. And the second salary, all of it, down to the last cent, throw it into investments and an emergency fund. This gives you back what the modern economy stole, the freedom to tell everything to fuck off at any moment. At first, it'll feel weird, friends showing off new gadgets and you're broke. But in 5 years, the magic starts. Your investments start working for you. You're buying not clothes, but bitch options and independence. So the choice is yours. Run in the hamster wheel until you drop dead from a heart attack, or turn on your brain and break the system. Are you ready to drive an old car for the sake of freedom, or are showing off and your neighbor's opinion more valuable? Write in the comments what you think about this global scam, and subscribe so you don't miss the next roast.